Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 10th of May. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone has to win that money. Might as well be us. Congrats to me and to anybody who followed my PJ Washington lean yesterday. You know I was all over it. My absolute highest play of the slate, 80% in Classic, 2 out of my 3 shots in the big one. Case and Wallace getting those minutes and turning it so that it wound. And then also PJ fouling out. If PJ doesn't foul out, he remains optimal captain. I was running first for most of the second half, and then wound up just up 1,000. So that was fine. Obviously, I take down a bunch of those satellites. As always, we're sponsored by PredictionStrike. Use promo code PhD for their best deposit match offer, and also a little bit for the show. Also, these niche sites, it's a good place to be because you can be the shark if you figure out how they work. And you've got some good stuff in our Discord about how to kind of game the MMA stuff to make money on the platform. All right, now on to today. The how many Knicks are you going to play a day? Because yes, OG is out. It stinks. I mean, just for the Knicks, for a second, for independent of the DFS, which it also kind of stinks for because now there's very clear plays. But sorry to Knicks fans. I hate that for you. You have a tough task ahead now. And I hope Precious does good. Or I honestly I think they have to have some Sims in this rotation. I just don't think Hartenstein and Precious can both stay out of foul trouble. So let me go over to my rules and show you. I have max 1 New York City center. That used to include Precious. It doesn't anymore. It's just because I think you can have lineups with Precious and Hartenstein today, but I don't think you can have lineups with Hartenstein and oh, my dentist is calling back. Is that right? Is that my dentist? No, I don't know who that is. Glad I checked the numbers. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you can play a lot of New York guys together today, and that includes Achua and anybody, but it doesn't include Hartenstein and Sims together. If Sims plays, it's because Hartenstein is not reaching his maximum. Hartenstein himself has been priced up a little. He was 5K last late, so I'm getting to a fair amount, but I had to cap it, and you have to cap it too, and whatever percent you think Hartenstein can get limited by foul trouble, I think there's a reasonable half of the times that Hartenstein gets in foul trouble, Achua also gets in foul trouble. They're just going to be forced into playing Sims eventually, I think. I mean, Indiana's got big guys. Even their backup big guys are pretty big. I don't think you can keep going. Who else would New York possibly play? Alec Burks? That's not going to hack it. I mean, what? Yeah, I think you got to play. I mean, Bojan is hurt too. Jacob Toppin is on the team. I ay. That's all you got. I mean, you put Jacob on Obi, special brother matchup for one possession, see what happens. I have no idea what else could happen, but you see, since we've got the Knicks hashed here, 100% Achua, you can do it today. He's 4K. Even if he gets in foul trouble, he's going to have 24 minutes. He's going to be a solid option. Uh, I might stay 100%. I might go 90%. I might go 95%, but he's a great option. Then we've got Dante DiVincenzo. You know the situation. Does he hit his shots or not? I have him and McBride. I have one of them in every lineup because one of them will smash the pants off of this slate, and the other one is on the bench thinking about how they should have hit their shots. Or in the case of McBride, they wish they would have gotten their chance because DiVincenzo was just knocking them down. Then Josh Hart. I mean, he's going to play 48 minutes. Well, let's look at where is the actual popcorn machine? Here it is. So here's the popcorn machine. Once OG gets hurt in the second quarter, who plays every single minute? Hartenstein plays every single minute. Oh no, he gets hurt in the third quarter. Sorry, Precious plays every single minute. Hartenstein took a shift off. That shift was Miles McBride's only shift in the second half. DiVincenzo every minute. Brunson every minute. Hart every minute. That's what they want. That's what they need today. They need Brunson to play 48, Hart to play 48, DiVincenzo to play 48. I mean, heck, they need Achua and Hartenstein really to play 48 also. I, he's done that this year, right? You guys have seen the games. Tibbs does that. That is possible. There's no maximum. You can play all 5 starters together if you want. You play 6 Knicks. I mean, the problem with 6 Knicks is 5 of them probably reach their max, right? Like Achua is a starter today. So, I mean, I assume if I don't know what to do if Burke starts or they do something weird. I mean, I don't expect it would be anything but a spot start. I think you'd see a ton of Achua, and Tibbs just isn't that kind of guy. So I'm not expecting it. Let me show some other people on the screen. So we've also got Conley and NAW as a rule, one max one of the two. Max one of Jalen, Obi, or Isaiah Jackson. That's become Isaiah Jackson, but also, eh, I mean, he's fine. I don't know, not crazy about him. I turned off. We don't need the New York Knicks small forward fork because sadly OG is gone, so it's just going to be the other guy. I have Miles, Jalen, and Isaiah Jackson as a fork. So if wherever my Isaiah Jackson lineups are, they are not my Miles lineups. Do I have? Yeah, not very many Miles lineups. I was thinking about it. I was like, Miles lineups. He's just been so bad, and I don't think that there's a chance they just don't. They try to force off the other guy being small. Max 2 out of 3 with Minnesota bigs. That I always boost Nas, I boost Cat, and I boost Gobert because those guys are some of the best players out there when they're not getting in foul trouble. Now, so beyond New York Knicks, what other exposures do we have for the other teams? All of the other teams combined. Nas Reed, that's way too much. I mean, I'm happy with it, but the combined chance that Gobert or uh, Cat gets in foul trouble is what? 40%? That's how much Nas Reed will have. Maybe 45. He's an okay play, but he's not great. Yeah, maybe 30. 30 to be conservative because they have to get in enough foul trouble that Nas can make value at 4,700. Yeah, that's pretty high. Ben Shepherd, I don't want to be like more than 35. He's a good play, but like I don't want to be significantly over the field on Ben Shepherd. Just like, where's McConnell? Yeah, just make sure I have enough defensive McConnell. Who knows how many minutes they're going to give this guy? I'm still underweight on him, but man, he's been really assertive out there. I don't really want to be underweight McConnell. We'll see if I change that. Anything else from this list of people? That's a fair amount of Jokic. It is they have to win this game. He is priced pretty low for a Jokic. It's just the lack of value, right? I mean, we don't really have a lack of value. I don't know. I think I'm fine with telling you you can play some Jokic. You can play 50. I guess I'll probably go to 50 because I think my overall Jokic is limited by whether or not one of the mid-range guys smashes and is more optimal than Jokic, right? So I don't know, like, who are those guys? Those are Ant-Man. Those are Haliburton. What do I think the combined? It's about 50-50 Jokic. It's about 50-50 one of the little guys combined. That sound good as the MVP? If you have that differently, get it somehow else. But that's kind of how I'm thinking of the slate. I want a significant amount of Jokic. He is a big guy. Like a big guy who's up against it. He has to, I mean, I know he'd be happy to go home, right? Win or go home. He loves his home. So I get that for sure. I love my home too. So anyway, yeah. So, do I have anything else to say, really? I guess for the various showdowns, I'll be leaning into pretty much the same angles as here. So, playing it, I mean, who you're captaining in the showdown, you're captaining Precious, just like you were captaining PJ yesterday. I mean, Precious could play every single minute in this game. That's 48 minutes. He's 4,100. He didn't even have to make his regular point per minute. Anyway, it's just is an outstanding value. I'm only projecting him for 30, but I just told you he could get 40. I definitely like, let's look at it. Let's look at, I think SaberSim's way underestimating him, but even then, they're going to say some chance that he gets 40 today, like fantasy points. Yeah, like a significant amount. 5, 8, 10, 11. It's about 12% chance that Precious Achua goes for 40 plus today. And yeah, it is. You better have that much of Precious today. I mean, 100% is a bit much, right? He could get it not there all sorts of ways, but can he? What are their other options? They got no other options. So many people have gotten hurt on this team. I mean, also, like, let's just talk about it. What if Brunson doesn't go? I mean, he didn't look great. I don't want to be overweight Brunson. 40% Brunson. I don't know if y'all are watching the game. He's not good. The foot is not good. He's not able to do foot things. And so I mean, I don't want to be overweight. I don't really want any of them. I might just make that call. But I mean, I'm already 1/3 the field. That's a pretty significant stand. I'll just leave a little in case he has one of his games where he says, I mean, there's like Michael Jordan has games where he was feeling really bad and then great. So could be the same thing. I don't know. Foot and a point guard, it seems important. So, um, was there any mispricings? I don't think so for the showdown slate, the second one. because the first one's obvious, and like I don't, number one, I don't want to build a heavily duped lineup in a there's no money up top situation. The number two, it was just like, you know what to do. Play the best plays, win it. I mean, it's one of those where the obvious lineup is so much better than the rest of the lineups where it's okay maybe to take the dupes because of the sure thing. Most people don't agree with that, but that's 150 maxer strategies. If you're 150 maxing, don't do what I'm saying. Do not just take the best plays. But I'm not 150 maxing. I'm just going to play one or two or three, and I'm going to try to win with this one or two or three. And I want to win like, I don't know, 10, 20, $30,000. I don't care. Like last night, I would have been fine winning. It would have been about $6,500 because I had about 25 dupes, just like the actual winning lineup. But there was no significant value here on this late slate, on the showdown. So I'm not going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you, remember to use promo code PhD on PredictionStrike. And remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.